Pisces, February 2023, Love and General Tarot. This is for you. If you're Pisces, I'm a Pisces, you're a Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all of that jazz. And I'm wearing my Pisces. I think this is a very Pisces-y jumper that I'm wearing. Just saying, because Pisces wants all of the colours all of the time. Unusually, and I don't know if I've ever done this, you are getting a Brian and Wendy Frood Heart of the Fairy Oracle card to start your reading. It's weird. How weird that we get that one. Okay. Pisces, we get in two minds. This is a creature, I love this creature, who is actually literally made of two minds. Okay. As you know, Pisces is two fish swimming in opposite directions like this. Pisces is nearly always, and let me know in the comments section, always in two minds. It's almost quantum, I think, that for Pisceans, something can be on and off at the same time. You can be here and not here at the same time. You can be seen but not seen. It's that kind of energy for you, Pisces. Now, in the more material world, where Pisces does show up in the 3D, now and again, you know, when the mermaid grows some feet and all that stuff. Oh gosh, just spilled some tea. There you go, we're actually literally spilling tea. What happens in the material world in February, this kind of energy, is that it's showing up for you in kind of real human terms. You know, I think the mermaid myth is very good for Pisces, because Pisces spends half the time with a fishtail and half the time with feet. Okay, so let's say you've got the feet going, and this could be choosing between a person and another person, between one job on another and one job and another, or stay or go in a relationship, or to do something or not do something, and you're constantly in two minds. Okay, now I forgot to say as well, happy birthday Pisces, happy birthday to the February Pisceans, because we're in February. February Pisceans, in my opinion, are more fishtail than feet. Let me know in the comment section. Flood the comment section. Okay, we're using Lightseer's Tarot. So we know there is a situation here that is a bit of double energy. Now, it can be literally that you're making that choice, or it can be more subtle and more quantum than that. And Pisceans live on very different levels. You will know that. I know a lot of you Pisces that are in my Gemstars membership. I'm starting to get a real picture of you as Pisceans, and you react to things in the comment section exactly the same way that I do. And I find that really interesting. Let's see. I'm going to take two tarot cards. Ooh, Pisces. I'm going to shut up now because... Ooh, Pisces. Okay. I'm going to be swigging my herbal tea because I've got a bit of a dry throat. Let's have a look, because I feel like we need to, down at the cards so far. That's my Brian and Wendy Frood cards. These may come into it a bit more, actually. I feel that it's a very Piscean deck. Pisces, we get for you the Seven of Swords straight off the bat. Okay, kind of like this. I like all of the cards in the Lightseer's Tarot, actually. But God, the Seven of Swords, full moon. Someone is trying to get away with stealing one of the birds. And the other birds are like crying out, making a thing, you know, this is happening, raise the alarm. Seven of Swords it's the thief card traditionally. It can come up when somebody's doing something sneaky, if someone's sneaking around a little bit, or if a situation is not quite cricket, you know. God, this is when I spilled the tea. It can be when someone's being secretive or evasive or doing something behind your back. But also the Seven of Swords comes up when you yourself need to move by night. You know, you yourself need to keep things under the radar about something, not show your hand too early, play your cards really close to your chest, make sure that your timing is spot on. And in terms of being a Piscean and in terms of timing, spot on for you is going to mean that you're feeling it. Remember our friend here in two minds, the two fish swimming in different directions. Pisces, like you have one fish, that is your intuition, feeling, gut feelings, those kinds of things. And then you have the other fish, which is highly rational, kind of your Virgo side, which is your opposite sign. And what's happening here is that somewhere where these two fish swim past each other is a point where they meet. And that point is where you need to be when you decide what you're going to do next. And that's a bit weird and that's a bit esoteric, but that's the energy that I've got. Okay, you need to be at that point. And you will feel it because it's like the point if you were using a pendulum or a plumb line when it reaches the sweet spot. Love doing readings for you Pisceans because we can be weird. And this is a bit weird. Now, this comes up with the star. The star and the Seven of Swords is an air sign card. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be in the mix here. The star card is also an Aquarius card. It's possibly a bit Gemini, mostly Aquarius for me. So some of you might be dealing with an air sign, particularly with an Aquarius, but dealing with an air sign nevertheless. It feels like, I want to say it feels like pursuing, and I don't know why that is. So maybe you're being pursued by somebody, maybe you are pursuing something or somebody. The star is very much a card of keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. KCKSM for any of you that are as old as I am. There's a feeling here of something that you desire, something that you want, something, just turning my heater down, something that is like the shiny for you. You know, it could be a person that you like, a relationship that you want, a great job, whatever it is. And what I'm kind of getting here when I'm looking at this almost as a pictorial storyboard for you is that the Seven of Swords person is moving towards their magic goal in a very underground, below the radar fashion. Okay, let's pull a couple more cards because I want to know whether there is also for you the other Seven of Swords vibe, that there is something sort of going on behind the scenes with something or somebody that you need to know about. I'm going to say maybe for this, look, because Justice popped out. Let's put in two minds over there. God, I've got such an itchy nose, Pisces. That usually means I'm onto something. Interesting it is. Okay, so we have Justice coming up, Major Arcana. Justice, of course, is what you get. These are the scales of justice that are at the Royal Courts of Justice in the UK. Justice is Libra. Justice is about finding the truth. We've got like the sword of truth here with the scales. I would say, Pisces, that the truth is going to be important in February. I feel like there is something bubbling behind the scenes. I feel like for some of you there is something a bit secretive, and I still think that you need to behave in a fashion that is, I want to say underground, but that sounds kind of shady and it's not. But you want, Pisces are very open often. You're a real kind of open and closed book at the same time. So you're open like a filter is open to water in one of those tropical tanks, to use a Piscean metaphor. all the water flows through you. And in society, as the 12th sign of the zodiac, you are the filter for the other 11 signs. You've lived the other 11 signs. You're at the end of the wheel and you kind of filter everybody's, I'm doing my Pisces folk woman dance. You filter everybody else's energy. And in the situation that you're thinking about here, and this is a general reading, so obviously it's a general reading and it's not going to resonate in the same way with everybody, but you will know how it resonates with you, okay? And do know as well, Pisces, if this does turn out to really resonate with you, there's always an extended reading at the end and the link is in the description box. Pisces, you're filtering all this energy out of all the people in this situation, whether it's just one or whether it's a few. And then it comes to you. And this is something that for Pisces is an ever-moving target. Who you are and how you really feel about something changes all the time as a Piscean. That's why I said this was a Piscean jumper, because it's got loads of different colours in. Okay, if it was really Piscean though, they would merge into each other and not be separate. So Pisces, you have this ever-changing evolution of what you think about this situation. You're in two minds constantly. You're juggling this two-mindedness. You love someone, you don't love them. You forgive them, you don't forgive them. You want them back, you don't care if you ever see them again. You want the job, you know there's something weird about it. Whatever it is for you, you are constantly in this dualistic mode. But something comes along with justice that is going to... I'm going to take another card on it in a minute, but I'm going to use the word reveal it more to you. And I think that's going to help you quite a lot. Reveal the situation more, if that makes sense. Okay. King of Wands. Fire signs normally. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. King of Wands is a sexy character. I mean, you can tell that from looking at the card. The King of Wands shows up confident usually, someone who can be charming. It's most often fire signs, but you've kind of got fire signs and air signs going on for you at the moment, so it could be either. But they're showing up as charming, they're showing up as confident, they're showing up in places where there's an extrovert nature to them, okay? They're extroverts. There's something here, and it's really hard for me to put you can tell because I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm finding it really hard to put my finger on it, so I'm going to take a Brian and Wendy Freud card. So there's a reason, obviously, why this deck is here, isn't it? I don't know if I've ever used them in a monthly reading. I use them in the extended readings, but I don't know if I've ever used them in this reading. So, well, yeah, it's that bottom one. Oh, I don't know. Oh, gosh, I'm in two minds. Oh, okay. The Elven Knight. Very interesting energy. Okay, so we're switched on to this King of Swords. We're switched on to deciding what the truth is about this person, situation, or if they're telling the truth, maybe. And then we get the Elven Knight. So the Elven Knight is, you can just see this is kind of the blue force of a knight riding through the forest. I don't know if you can catch that. You kind of can, can't you, there? And it's the force, it's the masculine energy that drives the roots up into trees. You know, all of the things in the forest. This is a pretty charismatic person that you're dealing with. Now, if this is to do with your work, you're dealing with a charismatic person at work. And that can go one way or the other. It can be overwhelming, it can be overbearing, they can be a bully, or they can be fantastic, inspirational leader, you know. But they're charismatic. Charisma means you want to follow them. You want to pursue it. There's something here you want to pursue. And I would say, for a lot of you, it's someone that you want to pursue. You feel it. You feel drawn to this person. And this is coming up. And if it's already happening, it gets stronger in February. And they are I would say for a lot of you, an alpha. Alpha female, alpha male, but they're an alpha. Okay? Elven Knight is divine masculine alpha energy. And it feels like very often, because Pisces is neither. If we looked at this in terms of alpha or beta, Pisces is neither of those things. You're never able to categorize a Pisces because, and God almighty, do you ever have genes where the zip just categorically refuses to stay up? You're always both. So it's not possible to pigeonhole a Pisces like that, but Pisceans do follow alpha energy. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. I don't know why. I kind of do, but I don't. And it might be boring for me to explain it, and probably I can't. But we do. We follow alpha energy, which kind of makes us people pleasers sometimes, but at the same time also very attracted to divine masculine energy. I'm interested in that. Okay, let's look more. Okay, we've drawn the Page of Wands. Let's just zoom out a little bit so we can see it. Page of Wands. Nice. And the Knight of Swords. Okay, good. It's telling me to do another one. What do we need to know, please? Any more about this? Oh, yes. Love that card. It's my favourite king. Okay. You've got Page of Wands energy. You can see from this, it's fire sign energy and it's a page, so it's very exuberant and it's very like, yeah, come on, woohoo! You know, that kind of passion, drive, desire. Part of you is going to be driven by this energy. Part of you, this might be a fire sign who's a bit younger as well, because Page of Wands can do that. But also there's going to be an uptick in energy around this situation. So whether it's been stagnant for a bit or whether it's been, I don't know, just a little bit stodgy or difficult or whatever it is, you're going to get an uptick in energy. Alongside that, we have the Knight of Swords rushing over to his motorbike here. Just have a look at him because it's so beautiful, this card. I recommend this deck to anyone who doesn't have it. It's incredibly cheap for what it is. It really is. Card quality is amazing and it's in my top 3. And I'm a deckaholic. Okay, so he's dashing towards his bike. You've got the bird here, which is the sign for the messenger. You're going to hear something here. You're going to either hear from somebody like a text, or you're going to find something out yourself like a discovery. Generally though, the Knight of Swords delivers a message. So when you get someone delivering a message, it's normally not that you discover it yourself. It's normally that it's told to you in some way. So I feel like there's a message coming in for you, which just kind of rushes up here. I can kind of see it going diagonally to the star, which kind of is news about something that you very much want. But also with the Seven of Swords, there's a feeling of putting it to the test, and the test is justice. And some of you may feel very much in two minds when you get that message. Especially if it's from somebody who previously has been charismatic. Let's have a Frine and Bendy Rude. as I like to call it on my dailies. Okay. Oh, where did that go? Oh, here it is. Secret card dropped under my feet, Pisces. Oh my God, that's so weird. This is why I love the deck. Look at that. I'm going to hone in on that bad boy. So here we are with the Knight of Swords, right? And remember we said it's a messenger. You've definitely got a message coming in. Even if you haven't heard from a person in ages or whatever it is, you got a message coming in, okay? That's the takeaway, if nothing else. Here's the messenger from Brian and Wendy Freed's Heart of the Fairy Oracle. It's kind of Hermes, Mercury, you know, that kind of thing. The thing that Brian and Wendy Freed really show with this card is the mischief of this messenger. He's cheeky. He likes to mix it up a bit. It's a slightly unreliable message. So you are going to have to be the one that puts it to the test, which is not easy for Pisces. Because like I said, you change your mind all the time, you're in two minds all the time, and you're going to be in two minds about this, okay? And also, the message could be interpreted in a couple of different ways, maybe. It's got that kind of duality about it. And then over here, the King of Pentacles. Glory be. I mean, I love the King of Pentacles. So some of you even might be choosing between Mr. Sexy here with the King of Wands and Mr. How do you like my glittery library? Yes. Of course, this can be female as well, okay? The dog shows loyalty. The library is like a feeling of being settled. The fact it has glitter in is just a Piscean's wet dream, isn't it? I mean, it's like you have a library. Pisceans love a library. Please hit me up in the comment section. Who doesn't love an old oak library? It's just like, oh my God. Never mind if you're ever going to read a book. Not the point. You just want the books to be there. You want those old, maybe, and the thing a Piscean would most want, please, please, please. Let me know if you agree. The secret door in the library. You know, like when it's in Agatha Christie and they go, and it was the secret door. And then one of the panels flips round and it goes into a secret room. Nothing Pisceans like better than a secret door with an oak panelling in a beautiful library. Anyhow, okay. We got our King of Pentacles. He's reliable. He's the reliable person. He can be, if we're going to pick holes, and I don't want to pick holes in anyone with a glittery library, but you know, if we push it to the nth degree, could be a bit dull because he's predictable and he's a sure thing. This guy waggling his big stick, not so much, okay? So you may, you know, if you're dating or whatever's going on with you, you're going to have a choice between what's safe and what's more dangerous. And I think it's quite exciting. Let's have a look at some outcome cards. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at this choice between safe and dangerous, and I'm going to dig down into the message with the messenger card as well. I want to know what they have to say, and also I might have a little old jiggle around that Seven of Swords. I think we need to rattle that cage, don't we? You're like, no, Gemma, I think we need to leave that. Oh my God. Pisces, as if we don't have the King of Swords coming in as well. Some of you might be dealing with an individual that shows up in lots of different ways. Because like the Queens, you've got your passionate fire sign King of Wands, you've got your steady earth sign King of Pentacles, and you've got your incisive, although we did say it might be fire or air, you've got the intellectual kind of coolness of the King of Swords. He's a difficult dog to keep on the porch, that one. Get on, Pisces, but keep it on the porch you indeed do, because we've got the Six of Wands. Yeehaw. Huzzah. Okay. This one, I'm actually going to take a Brian and Wendy Frew card as well, which we love. So, okay, look. We've got the King of Swords. This is somebody who is mysterious. They can be a bit unreachable. They're a bit difficult to know. All of this is alpha, okay? Because it's alpha to be kind, and it's alpha to be protective, and it's alpha to be loyal. It's just different kinds of alpha. We've got intellectual alpha, and we've got sexy alpha, okay? This is interesting. And then we got the Six of Wands. Pisces, your Pisceanness somehow triumphs. So you do find some kind of point of justice here. I do feel the universe may help you along a little. Ooh. We get the Leaving. This is a parting of kinds. This is something where you're on like a quest. Very interesting energy with this. This happens directly as a result of the message and how you read it and how you judge it. And read and judge you will, Pisces. Oh, God. This throws it into quite a kind of the questy, never-ending story-ish type avenue. It feels like once the message comes in and once you compute and once you decide, you depart. But it's a bit like departing from an airport. You're going somewhere. Pisces, I'm going to depart and do your extended reading right now. I'm probably going to use some more Brian and Wendy Frew because these are really working for you. I'm going to use some different decks. We're going to clarify. We're going to dig. I'm going to dig into the Seven of Swords. Woohoo! Leave me a comment about being a Pisces and I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.